Facebook, like, what the...
Close that fucking window.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
They're
sinking
I had to get out there in case they were freezing to the fucking...
Bro, it's like Chilly Palms just gave you a handy or something.
Oh shit.
But I sat on it for 20 minutes and then did it backwards.
Were his palms still chilly?
That was about the third stroke though. Look at my face, I don't care.
Look at me.
Look at me.
I am Captain now.
Who is the
Yo, what up? Welcome to the Low Profiles podcast here. It's your boy Brewza. I got a couple guests with me today. On my left, we got Bash.
What up?
We got Jux Cain.
Yes, sir.
And we got DJ Wiskaz.
What's up?
Alright, so the whole goal of this podcast is I want to bring the news to you. I want you to have your opinions on stuff. I want us to share our opinions with you guys, alright? So we're going to talk about all of the latest shit that's going on in London hip-hop and just keep it rolling from there. So the first thing on the agenda for me is this upcoming event this Friday. It's Danny Gable is hosting the double birthday bash with Dabs, and there's two significant things going on at this event. So first of all, there's going to be the scratch battle between DJ Wiskaz and Mark the Mechanic.
Yeah, it's actually a rematch battle.
Mm-hmm.
Word. I think that's going to be dope. I haven't got to experience a scratch battle yet. There's not a lot that have gone on when I was living in Sarnia, and now that I'm back in the city, I've heard of one or two, but I didn't get out to them, so.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it's really fun to do.
Word. And I understand there's a little bit of history with you and Mark the Mechanic with the whole rematch and shit. What's going on there?
Well, it's just like the battle before, you know. It's just he got me last time, so he's
looking to redeem
he's the
yourself.
champ. Yeah, because I was going through the ranks there, and then I got the championship, and then now he's got it, so I gotta get it back.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you go kill that shit, man.
Yeah,
I understand that you've been scratching for like a long time, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been 6 years now. Actually, it's been. It's
nice.
to be honest, like, ever since I was like in high school, it was always a big thing. Like I always wanted to have turntables, I wanted to do it, but I just couldn't like get the money together to buy decks and whatnot. It was pretty expensive and shit. So.
Yeah.
But eventually, I finally did, and then like, it's like. It's just crazy, you know, it's awesome.
I know, and it's hard getting into something. I know, like, as soon as I got into rapping and shit, like, I spent, like, quite a bit of money out of the gate even, just because I wanted to have, like, a decent quality sound.
Yeah, man.
Coming out, like, especially the thing with hip-hop is, like, you can't just, like, fuck with Audacity forever and, like, karaoke mic.
Yeah, for sure. The biggest
Oh, wait, Bash uses Audacity. No, I'm joking.
That's where we started.
That's where we started, though, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, the biggest thing to these battles is we're not using Serato. Like, it's all vinyl battles.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, it's a lot different than when you're looking at a laptop, you know where all your samples are and stuff like that. We gotta use like
you have to see the samples.
Yeah, so it's a lot different with vinyl. It's more real, right? It's how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
Started with a USB mic and goddamn Audacity.
Real quick.
Hey.
Real quick.
That's the
now
roots
we're here,
right
now
there.
we're here.
That's the roots. For sure. But, so what was this you were saying about, I forget what it was earlier. So I'm not understanding entirely what's the difference between like the regular vinyl and then you're saying something about like the no skip vinyl or something. Like what's the difference?
Basically with when you're using vinyl, they have this stuff. It's like it's not really new technology. It's been around for a while, but it's like a non-skip vinyl. It's where the record's like the exact same samples in a loop, but like with the size of the record basically.
Oh.
So if you bump the needle over, you can actually bump it quite a few centimeters or however, you know.
Yeah, and it's all the same sample.
It lays the same sample, yeah. And the last battle, like I'm not saying it's a handicap, but he had a non-skip vinyl. Mine was a single line vinyl.
Yeah.
So I think there's like 3 parts where I actually like skipped my record. And when I was doing my little I was freestyling, I was on a good sample, and then I bumped it over like 3 samples.
Yeah.
And it's on like dead silence, and then I'm like trying to figure out where the next sample is and trying to sample it quick and get it ready. And then I only have like so many bars to go with.
Oh yeah.
So we were going back and forth. It was I think it was like 18 bars back and forth or something like that. And yeah, so. It's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, man, once you get caught off like that, it's hard to
hard.
come
It's
back
like
from
stuttering, yeah. If you're doing like a rap battle, like just not knowing what to...
Yeah, and you just like can't draw on the words and
Exactly.
shit, man. Like they just don't, you're stuck on this one
for sure,
frame mind.
And like most of my practice recently, it's been like just, I'm still doing the same cuts I did before, but not the same style and everything. I'm always gonna keep it like that. But it's like, I've been kind of focused on how to like be more gentle with my record hand, you know? Because prior to all this, I was using Serato all the time, you know? So... That's the same thing too. Is it's kind of hard to skip on Serato. It's all right in front of you. So.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely got it down. Like these practices have been going really
That's
good.
what I was gonna say as well, is that I've noticed you've been practicing every single day. I see you
man.
posting videos of some new
Yeah.
shit you're working on,
Sure.
just like
He's
practicing.
hungry.
I'm ready, yeah. I think
He's coming.
He's not losing this one. He's
Like
coming
that.
to play ball.
And that's the thing too, Mark the mechanic is actually really good too. I think he's a drum and bass DJ, but he can actually scratch really good.
Yeah.
He's very clean with his cuts, you know, like
Mhm.
they sound very precise when he brings them out, so it's good.
Love guys that are still preserving the element. you
For
know.
sure, man, for sure. It's
DJs
gonna
are
be a good battle.
becoming, you know, dinosaurs.
Yeah, me and Bash can't find a
Turntablists,
DJ.
yeah, like turntablist DJs, guys that take their profession seriously, and it's nice to see guys like Wiskaz for over half a decade going strong with continuing to support the arts and other local guys, and he's one of my DJs and
Yeah.
from day one, you know what I mean, and he opened up with me, R.A. the Rugged Man, a bunch of other legends too, and you know, they got the blessings by saying, yo, like, you know,
Oh yeah, that's the
you're real.
thing too, like ever since I started DJing, I remember the very first show I ever did live, like ever,
Yeah.
it was actually in Toronto. It was
Yeah.
like, all
Where
this-
at? Where was it at in
I
Toronto?
can't remember what the bar was called, but they had a bunch of like old bikes on the front of the sign, like old bikes are all attached to it. It's pretty popular in Toronto for a hip hop bar. I honestly can't remember the name, but it was just with Bo, Gus, and Katesh. Cause I was actually in PHC with them, like DJing for them, and that's where the show was. And it was with one of my most famous artists too, Soul from Anticon and D-Paul Dynamics. It's like it was amazing because I never like thought I'd meet that guy ever before, and here I am like in Toronto. We were like drinking downtown in like some park in between like two big buildings and shit. And
Yeah, no, that's classic, bro.
That's how relationships are forged.
man, I was like,
Oh, I met so many people
blown
doing
away.
dumb shit like
blown
that.
away. I've actually met Soul like 4 or 5 times now. I got a picture of him like on my wall at home and shit.
Bro, I met like a couple
I
dudes
love that guy.
that were pretty sick out front of a hotel in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
I was doing a show in Niagara Falls, and I just went out front like drunk as fuck and like at like 2 a.m. in the morning with my uncle
Yeah.
because he needed to have a smoke. And I went out there was just some dudes chilling around, and I saw they had like this little fucking water bottle filled with liquor.
Yeah.
So I went over there and I was just like, oh, what's good, boys? I just like polished my Ciroc upstairs, and then we were going to the casino. And then we ended up just like freestyling for hours. Like we were literally out there till like 4 o'clock in the morning, and turns out like they were some dudes from Toronto who were in the rap shit and everything. And we were just all freestyling, like other people came and joined. We're like downtown Niagara Falls in some like ritzy ass hotel.
Yeah. No doubt.
Rap and weed, they bring people together, you know what I'm saying?
Or,
Like,
and
straight up.
alcohol.
Yeah.
Gotta
For
put
sure.
I
that
drank
in
some
for
of that,
us and enjoy.
Word, I feel that.
Don't stop the medicine, man.
Yeah, man. Pretty excited for this battle. It's gonna be fun. I'm sure Mark's been practicing a lot too.
Word.
I haven't seen any videos posted or anything like
Yeah,
that.
because I've never seen him before.
But I'm sure he's probably getting ready for it too.
Word. Well, I'll be there on Friday. I'm excited to check that out.
For sure, man. I'm hoping Danny gets it going pretty early. Like I was mentioning to him if you could try and get like maybe 2 or 3 sets and then get us up there. But
I think this one's gonna be good,
It
honestly.
depends on
I
who's all
think
there,
like
though.
I
If
think
no one's there
like
by
they,
the time-
it's timing for everything, but you guys are gonna draw a lot of attention.
That's what I
There's
mean
a
with
lot
the
of
battle
buzz,
and
yeah.
that, like,
A lot of good buzz going for that.
yeah, that's what I mean. Cause like I'm that type of way when I organize an event. Like I like to set it up where I know it's gonna be successful, and you need like a certain amount of draw, and like you need to put the right things there for people
Yeah,
to
for
want to
sure.
show up.
For sure.
And I feel like this event on Friday that Danny Gable's putting on is
The-
that like this is probably gonna be like, in my opinion, I don't know who's gonna show up there, but I know I'm gonna be there just to see you and fucking Mark the Mechanic and Sirreal and Chilly Palms
Sirreal
battle.
and Chilly Palms.
That's gonna
is-
draw a huge crowd.
It's gonna be fucking.
Speaking of drawing crowds, let's be honest, your first event,
Yeah.
that should do pretty big. Like honestly,
No,
the
I know, but
biggest
that's
crowd
what I
I've seen
mean.
in Gator.
That's
It's
because
That was
actually-
a good show.
That's where I first saw Chili Palms. That's I only seen
Yeah.
it once, and that's where it's from.
No,
That was a
and
good
but this
show.
is the thing
Yeah,
is I
yeah.
won't put on a show unless I know it's like you gotta time it perfectly,
The Gauntlet.
and you need to have the right draw. You need to have the right things on your card. I was drawing people out, I'm giving away a bunch of stuff. Like it's another one of them events that's gonna keep people involved. But I noticed once the battles stopped that a lot of people left the building. So I'm looking to focus a little bit more on battles maybe. Or maybe just like some other aspect that's going to keep people around, you know what I mean? Because that really did. But I still want to do the performance part of it because that's the big part of it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
The same
and I
thing with
was
this show.
honestly though, like I said, like when I went to the Gauntlet and I was so impressed, like that proper shit was still being tended to, you know, battles and, you know, DJs and good music and proper promotion. So, you know, like it was one of the best. It was one of the best shows I'd been to for, you know, what could have helped, you know, solidify London scene, you know. So Gauntlet 2, shameless plug. Watch out.
To be continued.
Hey, yeah, no, Gauntlet 2, I'm gonna start working on after these battles, because I want to have battles at Gauntlet 2, obviously. I got people I'm drawing on already, I just don't want to conflict the crowds, you know what I mean? Like, can't be like, oh, there's this event and this event, what one am I gonna go to? You know? You want to have them far enough apart where it's like, oh, there's battles, I'm gonna go see them. And then they're gonna be like, oh, there's battles, I'm gonna go see them, right?
No, yeah, definitely. That's the thing, like, you don't want to water that shit down.
Yeah.
It's really easy
people,
to, man.
Oh, no, definitely. Like, even, you know, I feel like people, like, they'll, you know, they'll have a couple sets a month, and, like, they barely, you know, they won't change up their set or anything. And,
Yeah.
like, why? Who would go to that? You know, like if you're doing it that often,
and battling is hard
especially like in
because
the same city, then
and battling's hard because it's a one-time show. Like you wrote them bars, and once that night's over, you never use those bars again. It's done. That's dead in the water. You gotta start fresh.
You stutter. You don't have it memorized because that's how most of them do when they battle now. You know.
It's done, yeah.
Which the difference I like between, you know, when you see those big battles, it's like, you know, it's been rehearsed. You bring in power. Like,
but they're getting money for this.
I do like when guys can actually, you know, be honest and true, and you can tell within the rhymes of just what they use in their bars is when they're doing it freestyle. Like, you know, some guys like do it to beats, and some guys can do it a cappella differently, and there's realms out there for both of them though. You know what I mean? Like, and I see two different ones where like, you know, both are valid, but this guy couldn't rap over a beat, like if it's say like 50s acapella or 50s instrumental, it could be anything, but just because this guy has such great cadences and artists, and opposed to the same other guy, it's just, you know, certain elements are different, but at least the people are paying attention to good artists, because at the Gauntlet there was like so many caliber and
tiers of
and you know what, everybody, it was like fucking Karate Kid, man. Everybody was there with their dojo, like they had their own set of fans. And you know, everybody partied with each other too, because they knew they were there for the essence. You know, we're here to see some great battles. And there was some skinny looking, farm looking kids. I was like, man, what's this guy know about rap?
G Langs! Shout out to G Langs.
G Langs, Rake.
Dude, I was supposed to cook Rake.
Right?
Bro, I got so many bars for Rake.
It wasn't amazing like I'm hearing cannabis for the first time or something.
I shouldn't even give it
a battle.
No
Technique or anything, but
we lost at my event.
But you know what I mean? There was guys that were out there and they brought their own pods of people and actually showed up at like 9 o'clock and they had pre-bought tickets, and you know the promo was out there, and there was hard guys that were in battles, there was guys we don't even know, there was nerd guys, there was just having fun guys, like I'm saying I'm fucking your sister in a battle, but I'll buy you a drink after, bro. Like somebody said that,
it was good.
No, the Gauntlet was honestly one of the best shows I've been at in a long time for supporting the scene though, so.
Yo man, one artist I want to see come back into battles from London is fucking Moore.
I don't know who that is, never heard of him.
Brandon Moore. He's a pretty nutty freestyler, but he doesn't really battle much, so he's more he writes music, right? But
but you can write battles.
No, he can though. That's the thing. Like I used to run this thing called Underground, and man, he fucking annihilated people. Like it was ridiculous how bad he destroyed people.
Oh yeah.
It was stupid.
I beat Brandon Moore.
I was like, yo, I beat him.
Brandon Moore tells me when I
dropped a beard on him.
I forgot about it.
I dropped a beard on him.
But no.
Shout out my beardos.
Like, his doesn't battle, he does music. It'd be awesome if
he is actually he's part of Sons of Boom Bap, and he has a style that's like it's infectious, man.
So
it's pretty dope, man.
So good.
Just turns your vibe up.
No, Jux, talk a little bit about Sons of Boom Bap for everyone who doesn't know what that is.
Sons of Boom Bap. That's the collective I'm a part of. It's like if anybody knows back in the day, Native Tongues, when they had like, you know, Jungle Brothers and Tribe Called Quest come together, De La Soul. It was just a big unity of everybody supporting each other and knowing that we could be, you know, the movement. So we have over 160 members plus across 4 continents. We have DJs, radio DJs, we have producers, we have promoters, rappers, beat makers, guys that just want to get down where they can get down, you know. We got the website, we got merchandise, we got real rap, we got no skinny jeans, we got fucking everything that you need.
Bash your out.
Unique.
No skinny jeans?
No skinny jeans. Unless you're skinny, like you can't see
you
can't
said-
see me wearing skinny jeans. That's not cool. Like when you're a big Spartan like that, you can't do that
When you're a Spartan like that.
You just put that image.
But
Jux
But
Cain.
he fucks with me, so
Hashtag when you're a
know what it is.
Hashtag Jux 300.
Shug White.
Shit white.
Hell no.
Oh shit.
Mic drop, Obama style. Fucking God. But what do you think about the elections and shit, man? It has to happen.
They
man.
happened already, bro.
It's 2017.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, from Trump going and saying the most wildest shit, from a lot of people know when he got thrown under the bus.
Bro, but
A
they're
lot of
against
people-
cyberbullying, so it's
Yeah,
good.
and then them trying to put it on the Russians, and, you know, there's a lot of weird, like...
Man, the world's a weird place, though. It's been
but
like that.
like
for
how
minutes.
much they allow you to see nowadays as... So how crazy it is stupid.
I feel that.
Because he's
Just
just gonna
do that.
know it. He's gonna make a wall pretty much. Well, he actually trying to is, but you know what I mean. He's trying to just make
Bro, you
it only
seen the new
America,
South Park?
right? So that cuts off a lot of music wise. Is why I brought it up. Is because you know guys that are trying to get maybe pardons, guys that are trying to get over to the States where you can make money hand over fist, even if you're Canadian.
Oh, like in
You know
the
what I
music
mean?
scene and shit?
Yeah, like all of that does
People
tie
like
in.
Pink Floyd, yo.
Yeah,
We can break down that wall.
right. That's what we have
Like
to
Berlin?
do. We have to.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because it's T2 shit, man. You let the machines win, it's fucked, man. What you gonna do?
Yo, straight up. It's on Reddit. Exosuits.
Oh, I never
Right
saw
now they
that.
just have them for your legs, and it was 25% energy that you're saving. That's just on your legs.
You looking for a charger, bro?
And then it
Yeah,
has
man, I
full
got
body
you over here.
exosuits. Yo, shit's crazy.
Oh, crazy.
And then cyborgs are next. And would you do it? I definitely would. I would have a robot arm. I start with the finger, baby.
Like the
see how good it is.
iRobot, Will Smith shit, he's got the one metal arm. Like, yeah.
You know, but it'd
I
be so
gotta,
handy.
I gotta
though.
fight
It'd be
back with shit though. I gotta have at least one. I still got most of this, but gotta get a robot punch every now and then talking that shit.
Yo,
Freaky bitches should be like, use your robot arm.
Yeah.
You like that bitch, don't you?
1, 2, 3 fingers in. Punch. That was Justin Timberlake there for you.
Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
Yo, so Wiskaz gave us his thoughts on the Sirreal Palms. What are you feeling, Jux?
Sirreal Palms is, I think, one of the best battles that ever happened in the city, in the history of the city, because of the demand. As knowing
You mean
that
more demand than Stopwatch and Chilly Palms?
I know. Damn.
Oh
Look.
shit.
I got the chain on, it says
Give
Streetscape,
the
so we
people what
already
they
know
want.
I'm somewhat biased, but I know Chilly Palms too, I'm over Jux, so he asked me himself, and that's what I always salute a man that keeps it 100. He came to his elders of what he knew, and he said, who do you think's gonna win between me and Sirreal? I know you fuck with Streetscape. I said Sirreal, hands down. Right away, not even a question. Because as hot as he is, he needs to eat a lot more people and show dominance of why he does have serious bars and not to be taken lightly. And like I said, Brewza's in the mix, you know.
That's why I'm gonna cook Static the mic at it.
But you know what I mean? There's
Shout out
guys-
Static the mic
What
at
I
it.
would like to try and
Static.
do is be the non-sort of corrupt Don King and get this thing sort of organized where we could have rankings in the city. Like shit, I could be Vince McMahon in this bitch. We can have, you know, the next contenders who can actually do something.
That's
where
why
all of us come
Bro,
together
I already had this idea.
and make it like that, so we all support, you know, and it's
Oh,
and
yeah.
all we do and all we know is accept talent. Nobody that is stopping time or
That's all it
stopping
takes to
whatever
build
does
even a
anything
battle
of
community.
any kind of sort to
It's just
slow
people
London's
coming and
grind
doing
or hustle down. You know what I mean? We have to think scene first before you think ego. And you can say, holy fuck, that's Jux Cain talking. Yeah, because I think a hell of a lot of ego, but I've done decades and decades worth of things for the city, so yeah, I've earned my stripes. But I support guys like Chilly, I support guys like Sirreal. That I've been there standing with Sirreal when he beat Tycoon Tax. and that was the KOTD shit and whatever. You know, I've seen some other battles on camera and shit, and then he's come to the studio enough times when we've done the tracks and stuff, right, for Streetscape.
Word.
And he's had bars, but then I've heard Chilly have some fucking stunning bars like you better, you catch you slipping, buddy, you catch you slipping, 1, 2, bang, bang, you're done.
He had a lot of like pop culture punchlines
Right?
at my battle. Literally, that's all it was pop culture punchlines. And I was like,
He's got it.
Well, this is what it is.
It was-
See how I'm saying
no,
about
he was
developing
cooking.
rankings?
His
Now
stage
maybe you're gonna
performance
get
was
Chilly
wild.
Palms, and then you know, just doing it like wrestling. I'm calling you out, brother. You know what I mean? Like.
Bro, I already talked to you about this. I'm not giving away my secrets.
No. But I'm just saying, like, this is what I want for the city.
You do it real though. You don't just do a stopwatch and just email bomb someone and viral fucking
You just water the
Facebook post,
seed.
bro. Like, bring some game, show fucking some talent.
Hashtag
And
follow the right path.
Gain yourself some notoriety, man. If you're cooking kids,
No, I know.
the only way to go is up. Like, people are gonna want to take you because like they want to gatekeep where they are. You know what I mean? It's not like they're gonna hear that there's like a new hot person and they're not gonna want to battle them. I don't know. Like, London's pretty dry for battles. Literally.
It is right now. It is right now. For
The
sure.
scene.
That's what I mean. My past 3 battles back
the
that
scene
up.
here took a big hit when we lost a few venues though.
Yeah,
We
APK.
lost
APK.
We lost APK was the main one.
That was the.
And it was a downtown venue where you could be downtown and see a sick rap show on a place that was small enough to be intimate but large enough to be a real concert and have elevated stage. It had lighting, it had proper everything.
A sound.
But then, you know, we also had like, you know,
Marty.
Club Large or
Shout to
fucking
Marty.
Ciroc and all this other shit.
Shout
Yeah.
to Marty.
That's my bro.
Word. That's what I'm trying to do though. That's what I'm trying to bring
Lighting
in.
King.
Yeah, he's
But you see, you know what I mean? It's like we took a big hit and then we only have big shows apparently at Music Hall. And shout out to Mike at Music Hall and Dimitri too. I got love for them. Thank God we have a voice for hip hop. Period.
Yeah.
No, because they spend the money to get these bigger artists that promoters here, to be honest, don't have or won't take the risk to do.
Bro, I've
Or
already been
it's some
looking into
janky
it.
ass
Keep
shit
your
and
eyes
it's
out.
like
Keep your eyes out.
you only sit there at the hotel with the real ones waiting on everybody else to be real, and it's like, come on, man. I'm real myself at those times. I don't have 50,000 to put down on like a Snoop show. Not a Snoopadelic, but a Snoop show.
No, I know, man.
And it's not even
Snoopadelic, honestly, like I saw it.
But everybody always thinks, you know, well, if I had the chance, I would do it different than Jux. Or, you know, everybody has their own vision of what they would do different, and it would work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when it doesn't, you're looking at me like I fucking told you. Like, just don't do that. And you're like, I'll do it anyway, you know. But I mean, I'm a soapbox preacher. I'm not the preacher, so I'm just here as preaching heathen to heathen, just telling you, man, I've been through it or something. Just if I can help, you know, because there's one thing you can get is money, but there's one thing you can't get back is time.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I'm working hard like George Foreman winning the belt at an early age where cats don't think they can run around like that. Bang, you catch one and it's over. Bar for bar. I don't need to be a contender in no battle league or anything. Oh, everybody does know I have bars, so it is what it is. And I support guys like Bash, I support guys like Wiskaz, and I put them on shows. We are gonna do future tracks. Brewza, I already tried to get a battle worked out, and like I said, sometimes shit doesn't work out, and I take everything on myself, so go hoop your head, kick rocks if you have beef. So anyway, what did Drake say? More tune for your head top. Is that what you skinny jean guys? You guys what you gotta say? Okay. Yeah.
Bro,
I'm turped.
I'm turped.
I'm
Turped.
No, but
Yo,
real
shout
talk.
out, #turps.
Shout out to you, Brewza, again. Like I said, I was impressed by the show. And now we're having a podcast to make things work. It makes me feel blessed to be a part of it too. And if I help in any way to be a part of it, I'm definitely down. And it's amazing to see podcasts and London scene continue to elevate into the new age. So
Yeah, man, and I feel that a lot. Like, that's what we're out here for, you know what I mean?
This is marijuana. Just so you know. Disclaimer.
I don't endorse
Terps.
it
It's
until
like terps.
I'm certified.
It's not heroin.
It's like
It's called
turpentine or
terps.
something. It's
What
like
else is
straight. Do some
THC.
Google
Bro,
research.
Going way too into it.
We'll
THC.
get you high.
This cat's fucked. Anyway, Yo,
So I want to talk about.
bro, one more thing we got to address on the agenda, then we can go freestyle for it.
Yeah.
So Saturday is it Mad Child show?
Yes.
Friday night is the Danny Gable one.
Yeah.
Saturday is the Mad Child show. I might be bombing out a track that I write this week
It's
at the
Pretty
Mad
Gator,
Child
too.
show, maybe.
Shout out my homie Jimmy. He owned the Gator, man. Honestly, shout out to that guy because he's keeping hip hop scenes alive.
If I bang out a track this
venues
week for
there
me,
and making hip hop have a voice. So shout out to you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim's
But I'd still love to do it, man. Mad Child sold out the past 2 times.
You're performing at the Little Minority.
Yeah, I know I am doing the label minority.
So I heard this. Listen, I heard Obese is
It's on label minority. Yeah, bro. Okay,
Shout out
yo.
to Beast though. Shout out to Beast.
No,
He's doing
no,
the thing.
man.
He's hungry. He's
They're
moving.
good.
And you know what? I'm not saying that anything towards label minority or whatever. I'm saying that's a great addition. That is a great addition that
To their roster.
for both of them. I think it's a fucking win-win. That's Shane Weber right there.
Man.
You ain't a Sue band. You a
Oh,
Weber.
bro.
Like you were the best part of that trade.
Oh,
So you know what I mean? They didn't.
And
take
Axel's
anything, but
making moves too, man. Axel's
Shout out
making
to
moves
Axel,
like
he's
not
got
right in
beats,
the
yeah.
London scene either, but like he's making moves business wise. He's got people that are working with him in like his like distribution and everything. Yeah, they're
I've been doing
out.
things.
Nathan's gonna
I've been
bring it
doing
over
things a long
tonight.
time, and I've had to go outside the city to make things happen. Just to sometimes in the stush people's eyes to have that appearance.
Yeah.
Like if I go to Barking Frog because that's the lick right now, and I'm popping bottles.
Where the bitches at?
Ratchets are just looking and they're like, oh my god, I've never seen a beautiful beard like that in my life.
I know, I
Like,
feel that, bro. I've been
Just
there.
give me 2 feet, give me 2 feet. Whiskers just comes out of nowhere, fucking Gollum style, just fucking wild ass cat. Like,
Yeah.
I got a trade, man. Bully gang. He's small, but that's the one to watch for. But you know, like I said, he's deadly with his hands. And now that you see the metaphor, cause see, this is
Got the
tape.
crap.
So
Hey,
we're talking
it's
about
on the
DJing.
record,
We're
we
talking
know.
about DJing. Shout out Michael Lansford Osborne.
Got the crab scratch on lock.
But yo, even shout out to Wiskaz because Wiskaz learned because he showed me a guy that took knowledge in his craft and he learned from a legend, Qbert, from all this online stuff because he's a very smart kind of interbox kind of guy.
Yeah.
Ricky style talk.
Hey, he's an interbox type of jalapeno shit.
Yeah.
I had a
some
couple of
sort
drinks, I
of
saw a
shit.
couple of things.
Yeah.
Hey.
Piss jugs and everything. You don't know how we party.
We do it real.
But he learned online with DJ Qbert, and that's a legend for any turntablist. And like I said, I always support the elements for everybody. The graffiti artists. You see me when I do shows. Ill at Will, I bring those guys out when I was opening for Ghostface and Killer Priest and Chic Luch at Music Hall. It was like I had them come out and perform, and we were on a stage probably as big as this fucking table, man. And Ruckus was behind us spinning. He was cutting it, shout out to Ruckus. He was cutting it. These guys came out, Ill at Will, ill as fucking shit, Albino Zebra, shout out to you guys too, because of my legend, old head guy. These are original guys. But anyway, these guys came out and there was a small ass table like this. And they was doing windmills and shit beside me, so close that I could feel it. But I tried not to look, so I tried to stay tough. But I was like, if they take it, just don't be a bitch and get knocked out into the crowd and make it the ultimate fail of ever. So, you know what I mean? But they were so close, but so precise. So it looked so amazing that they were so precise. And
Yellow Will's dope.
definitely. And they have a school that they teach at 1, and they have kids in there from like a young age. They, it's so crazy that, they're continuing everything from there. They're great guys. So, they're there to teach kids. Shout out single mothers that are trying to get rid of their kids that need a hangover on Sunday. Send your kids there. Whatever.
My
Shameless
2
plug.
girls took a class at his actually.
See?
Yeah, so a single mom.
So shout out to everybody. I'm not just shouting them out. I'm just giving them a hand and saying there's somewhere there for you. That if you're a part of that, if they're hashtag we care though. Hashtag we care. Make sure
Hashtag we care, yeah.
I don't want to see wrong. Like I'm just saying, there's somebody out there that'll
comments in the comments below.
just.
Shut up, Wiskaz.
I'm Wiskaz. I thought Jux was the deep voice, but that's Wiskaz.
Yeah, we'll just double over each other.
Yo.
So you might
Meanwhile,
feel.
boys knocking over Buddha and shit.
Hey.
You get too excited now.
Bro, ain't no
That's when you know.
It's that single mom talk, sorry.
But no, it's wicked to see elements like that because I run charities and stuff, and I co-run a new charity that we're a part of called Feed the Streets. And
I've been checking that out too. I want to get involved on that shit,
it's donations with from everybody and anybody. We're blessed by Jimmy again at Grin and Gator downtown on Richmond. It's a great thing. It's all donations. So food handlers, in the back cooking up the soup, and we have entertainment provided. We have clothing. And it really is the sad part to see the reality of how many people really don't have
anything,
a sleeping bag or a jacket. They don't care if it says whatever. There's a picture of a tiger on it. Like they just need to stay warm because of the sadness of. I'm not trying to be trendy, but the mental illness thing. It's just sadly but greatly appreciated. Finally now.
Hashtag mental illness.
Yeah, hashtag mental illness, man. Definitely. Hell. I'm not down with Rogers anymore. You go hook me up. I'm leaving when their service isn't working for me. I'll let you guys hook me up. Shout out to Win. But I've done charity work with the London Lightning guys, Freeway 25. We did at the Army base every Saturdays with the kids, and we just did little basketball camps for the underprivileged kids, and it was hype though. It was hype, man. And I just like to see people paying it forward, because in a world where you think it's all evil, you gotta just still be the positive guy, make that change, be the superhero.
For sure.
There's still good around in the world.
There is, and like I said, they try to shut us down in the city with they don't like hip hop no more or something.
That's what I mean, man. When I came, it's hard to find places that will do hip hop.
Jux Cain, doesn't matter where I am, I'm still here, I'll make it work, you know what I mean?
Bro, I'm working on getting all the shit set up just to be able to rent out a hall or something.
And that's what I'm saying.
Venue. I already got half the shit.
I want to get down with younger guys that want to create the same movement and longevity for the city. Like I said, you want this city to thrive, and you want to say, yo, you're one of the shining stars to make it happen. Yeah, earn your stripes, be that guy. I don't give a shit if you have ego raps. You sound like Kanye. You sound like you do your shit, but you better you better produce and work both sides to earn. Street smarts, book smarts.
Yeah, you can't just talk a bunch of shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You don't talk nonsense, and don't provide. Don't be like, yo, you're the king of the city. I say I'm the king of the city all the time. I tell motherfuckers right to their face. I have longevity, 2 decades worth of the game, just making sure the city is survivalist, and we're here. I love Toronto, but we're not Toronto. You know what I mean? We're not Windsor, we're not Detroit, and shout out to everybody else, but we have to be our own people. I don't give a shit anymore, like we're at that point, in the breaking point, it's us versus them. Low versus everybody else. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Come together, it's time, you know what I mean? It's time for us to thrive on the crumbs that we're actually making, and be real with yourself that, you're not to do shit. I'm too for business, man. He's a genius. He wasn't trying to be
not a genius, but you know what I mean? He's smart.
He did that shit and learned the music craft and did his way, right? So don't watch the Shiny Suit video to tell you the story of his life, the party life. Man, you live that life, you're gonna have that life. Probably 10 times
We're all
worse.
businessmen. Everyone, every success, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what I mean? It's like you want the truth, get the truth, and thrive off that. You say you want to run the city, then help support the city in any way to make that happen. You Pops from the barbershop, you know what I mean? Everybody loved Pops because he just wanted the best for the city.
Somebody being on that Netflix grind, son.
It's Uncle Wuxie. Uncle Wuxie.
Word. No, I feel that a lot too, and that's what I've been trying to I'm trying to find all the right outlets to tap into.
It's your duty, man. It's your duty.
It is, man. I want to see something, but I was going out to these shows, and there's 10 people at the show. You know what I mean? You gotta do something that's gonna bring people there.
Everybody.
You gotta do something for the artists too. You watch me go pay everyone at the end of the night. You need to be paid. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying. The full-blown capacity of what I seen, because I was privy to see so many of the steps, and I seen all the steps from when I came into the game, which probably was C and D, but I seen it work. This guy I heard was running the battle. I didn't even meet Brewza yet. I met him that night at the show, and we just connected right away. And I just watched his demeanor the whole time, and it was so funny because I was like, yo, I see so many people coming in. It was 9:30 at night, and I was like, yo, dude, I had to get on my phone yo, man, 5 minute shower, be fucking I'll be there in 20 minutes. So I'm reading the text and I'm like, that's already too much information. Swipe left on that one. No.
So I left on that one.
Yeah, that was an exit, delete, block number. What the fuck? I don't know you like that. So like what I'm saying is that I seen the hustle and determination in your shit, and it was like, yo, it makes me feel good that, you know, I don't care if one person's listening, somebody's listening, so.
Word.
Right?
No, and I didn't think that many people were gonna show up, and then people started showing up, and I was like,
That's
all right, it's getting in. I'm like, all right, like this is good. Like I'm having a good gator show, and then like more people pouring in still. It was dirty.
That was like 250 DJ Wiskaz though. Like when 80 people were there. We just build them up. We walking them up though.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
They were all like sitting on top of each other on their shoulders.
Right? It's smooth, like, you gotta watch them, man. It's the little guys to watch, man.
Exactly, especially in them scratch battles.
Right?
Yeah, man, it's gonna be
It's gonna be crazy though, you know. So happy birthday to Gables.
Happy
Dabs.
birthday to Dabs,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? It's I love, like I said, the idea of the podcast that we keep a little weekly event, and you know, like I said, we support our own, and you know, it is what it is. There's no bias on the show. We don't know what the show's gonna
We're
take
out
us,
here
you know?
talking what's on our
It is what
minds.
it is.
I'm down to have fucking everyone in,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Anybody
Fucking
and
get out
everybody.
here, come get on the show.
This is a
fucking
London
chill.
thing, you know what I mean? Let's build for hip hop, let's build for everywhere, you know, just there's no limitations. Everybody get out here, shoot the shit, you know, it is what it is.
What is this?
Buy us, bro.
That's the turn down for what meter?
Exactly.
Throw that against wall.
How do we turn
Shit.
this up?
I know how we turn.
Oh no, dude, that's the judge the rap.
Got the terps.
That's the judge the rap battle with.
Oh, that's how you judge the battles.
It's got a meter
Word.
on it.
So,
Bro, who were the I remember Danny Gable said the judges, and all the judges were surprised by who were the judges. Like they didn't know they were supposed
One
to
of
be
them was supposed to
judges.
be Tyler.
Tyler Hetherington.
But he didn't know he was supposed to be.
Yeah, that was the one I'm thinking of.
Wait, is he?
What are the
Yeah.
other two? I'm curious.
I can't remember. Was it B-Nuts?
I don't know.
I know he's DJ.
I know Hetherington was one, but
Oh, Niggawana.
Nigwana was one, yes. I don't remember the third one.
I don't know.
so he working hard, man.
The Nerbs guy.
This guy's a big general in the city, man. He's got pure albums. He's got bars.
I've known that guy for a long time.
Clear wish I was NGA.
Ah.
So one exclusive, you get it from me. Huh?
Or no sampling.
He's bars though. He's bars, man. I love guys like in the London scene that's, you know, just lyricists. I understand the guys that are pop or just trendy with the times or, you know, it is what it is. You know,
I'm trying to find a balance in between recently.
Different times though, you know, nowadays for me. I'm an older rapper, so I'm more boom bap era and, you know, preserving more of those times, but I'm smart enough to know how to adjust and, you know, what's hot.
Keep going with it, man.
My ear
The times
doesn't
change.
stop. My ear doesn't stop. I just have a
Repeat
preference.
yourself, though, you know.
I go home, I listen to listen to Motown and shit. You know, I don't go home listen even to my shit. I go home listen to Motown. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
But you know, it's London scene. You gotta build it any which way. Guys want to get involved, holler. You know.
That's what I'm
Get
saying.
involved, man.
We're working on it.
What do they do? I like to see in the video where they're like, comment below and now make the fucking bullshit appear behind under my finger.
No, like honestly, I asked for questions even for tonight's show, but like it's our first episode. There was only a couple people on that shit, so you know what I mean. There wasn't really any questions. People liked it, but you know, I'm sure as we go along.
No,
we'll
but
get
you gotta
fucking
start the
more.
pilot, man.
No, that's what I mean, man. This is round one. We're just out here having a good fucking time.
This is the hand job episode. You know?
Exactly.
Right?
We're fluffing you.
Yeah.
Bukaki.
Oh no, that's terrible. Anyways, yo, shouts out Low Profiles. Thanks for joining us for the first episode. We're gonna keep them going hopefully bi-weekly. We'll see you guys out next time. Peace.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yarr.
Taps.
I don't know how long that was, but
That felt like a day and a half.
the second time.
Wait, so.
A lot of outtakes, though.
Yeah, how long was it?
Almost 40 minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Bash, smoke it. I'm gonna zoom in on your face while you. Bro, our blooper reel just got so much funnier.
Does it taste good though?
Bro, have it right now while I'm zoomed in on your lips. Oh my god, no. Okay, I gotta zoom out. Oh, I zoomed in more.
It's like hazelnut or some kind of flavory. Right now it's got mashed
Jux got serious. Look
I
going
don't
I
on.
didn't know what was going on there.
Bro, you were staring so intently.
Yeah, I was like in.
Oh, bro, video cameras
I
are
was
the future.
intrigued.
How have I not been on this shit since like the 70s when people started doing
with a
this?
treacherous 4 cassette and a cassette recorder in Ecuador with Edward Norton.